I'm John Hinkle, Senior Pastor of First Presbyterian Church here in downtown Murfreesboro on the corner of College and Spring. This would be your Saturday morning preview, a Sunday morning sermon, but it is Saturday afternoon. It has been a crazy morning for me. I've been part of a Habitat panel build through Rotary, and then I had to meet with a group of people. Then I've been inundated with phone calls this morning and been working on my sermon. So let's talk about the sermon. We begin our Lenten journey. It started on Ash Wednesday, and now we are in the throes of this journey that takes us with Jesus and the disciples to Jerusalem and to the cross. This Sunday, we're laying the foundation not only for our Lenten series, we're laying the foundation I want to put before the church for the rest of the year. And the session and I, we've already talked about this, and they're already kind of working with this in their own mind, and that's living an invitational life. That's going to be our series theme for Lent, but we're going to focus on living this invitational life throughout the year. What does it mean to live an invitational life? Jesus is always inviting people to come and see what he's doing in this world. We begin to grasp that with the Transfiguration of the Lord Sunday. I said in many ways it was an ordination for Jesus. He now knows what he's called to do, and that's to go to Jerusalem. But the disciples were also awakened to what they were called to do, which is to follow Jesus. But it wasn't all the disciples, right? It was just Peter, James, and John. So how did the other disciples figure this out? Well, I think it's because Peter, James, and John invited them to experience what they experienced on the mountain. And the reality is this invitational life that Jesus is inviting us to begins when he starts his earthly ministry. Matthew chapter 4. Jesus is walking by the Sea of Galilee. He sees two brothers, Peter and Andrew. They're fishermen. They're out there casting their nets into the water. And he says, hey, pull up your nets. Pull your boat on the shore and come and follow me. And you'll fish not for fish, you'll fish for men. A little while longer, he sees two other brothers, James and John, sons of Zebedee. In fact, James and John are fishing with their dad, Zebedee. And he says the same thing, come and follow me. And James and John not only leave their career, they not only leave, fishing behind. Matthew's very clear. They leave their father behind to follow Jesus. And why? Because Jesus offered them an invitation. Come and see what I'm doing. Well, if we look throughout the gospel, and that's what we're going to do, the Gospel of Matthew specifically, this invitation is being made again and again and again. Come and follow me. See what I am doing. Now, here's the thing. I truly believe all of us know someone who would be blessed by what we have, being members of the body of Christ. Not just members of First Presbyterian Church, but members of the body of Christ. Who's that person in your life? Who's the person who needs what you have in this church? So I look forward to this first Sunday of Lent as we're together, and I look forward to seeing how God is not only using Jesus Christ to invite us to participate in what Jesus is doing, but God is using us to make that same invitation to the world. So I hope you have a great rest of the Saturday, even though it's Saturday afternoon.